important to look at the mayoral race and also the superintendent.
Right now at 6, the stakes are high. Primary elections are underway. We have team coverage.
And the cold weather continues. When will we get our break? Our First Warn weather team is on it.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening, I'm Emily Brown.
And I'm Ken Kozarowski. It is primary night, and the polls will be closing in less than 2 hours.
We're covering all the critical races. Grace Monk is watching the La Crosse School Board race. Allison Ferget is on the mayoral race. And that's where we begin tonight. Allison.
Ken and Emily, La Crosse's mayoral candidate field will be cut in half as voters will decide which two will move on to the April election. Current Mayor Mitch Reynolds decided not to seek re-election, opening the door for new candidates. Each person running says they're ready to take on the city's major issues, from homelessness solutions and affordable housing to improving the city's infrastructure. We caught up with candidates Chris Kalo and Ellie McClune today. They explain what issues they will focus on if they move forward tonight.
I will continue to focus my priorities on strengthening La Crosse's neighborhoods, making sure all of our residents have safe neighborhoods to live in.
One, increasing the police force to 100%. We're approximately down 9 police officers.
So both candidates emphasizing community safety. Tonight at 10, we will have candidate reaction to the results. Ken and Emily.
Allison, thanks very much. So from tracking the mayor's race to another key race for La Crosse School Board. Grace Monk following that one from the newsroom. Grace.
Ken and Emily, 7 names are listed on the ballot, but only 6 of them are running. A school board primary occurs when more than 6 candidates are running. Last week, candidate Sam Morris announced his exit from the race, but state law says he has to stay on the ballot. If Morris advances through and secures a seat in April, he faces 2 options: take the position or resign. If he chooses to resign, the school board would be responsible for filling the vacancy.
You know, with Sam dropping out of the race, that leaves only 6 people still really vying for the 3 school board seats. Even if Sam makes it to the April ballot, that'll still leave 5 people who seem to really want to run for 3 seats. And so I think that'll still be a competitive race.
In April, 3 of the 6 candidates will be elected to the board. Again, polls close in an hour, so we'll have another update for you with those results at 10. Ken and Emily.
Thank you, Grace.
Voters are also deciding on state superintendent. Incumbent Jill Underly is going up against Sauk Prairie Superintendent Jeff Wright and education consultant Brittany Kinzer. The 2 candidates that get the most votes tonight will face off in the April 1st election.
The fate of the Mauston School District is on the ballot. It is facing serious money problems. The district needs to pass an operational referendum tonight. If not, by the 2026 to 27 school year, the district will shut down, a move that would impact 1,400 students.
On the city council side, District 7 is in play. On the ballot are John Reinman, incumbent Mac Keel, and Gary Podesky. The 2 top vote getters will face off in April.
Again, polls closing at 8, so you still have time to vote. The city clerk's office is predicting a typical February primary turnout. That's usually about 20%. The office told us earlier it was slow going this morning. We caught up with some voters, one person listing the reason this election is so important.
What brought me out to vote was just the fact that it's important to care about local elections. Even though this is a primary, I think it's still very important. People are going to stay and people are going to go from this election.
If you still got to find your polling location, head to myvote.wi.gov.
Well, certainly another bitterly cold day, frigid day across the area. We still got the alert day conditions for dangerous cold heading into Wednesday night, although we're not going to be probably as cold going into Wednesday as we were this morning. Still, wind chills could get below 35, and that's still going to be exposed skin to be frostbiting quite a bit. So 30 minutes still, if you got a reminder, to 35. It's about 30 minutes with exposed skin to see frostbite initially. Anything beyond that goes 10 minutes, and we're not probably going to see any of those last ones where it's about 5 minutes. So overall, still cold, but current conditions right now now temps feel like we're still in about the 15 to 20 below for some areas. Other areas are more in the 5 to 10 below range. They will start to fall overall this evening as the temperatures begin to fall. We'll see basically around a 15 to 20 below for evening activities for wind chills. And then after midnight, we'll start seeing more areas get into that 20 to 25 or even 25 to 30 as you wake up in the morning. Now, the low temperatures, we had some areas in the 30 belows, no records. Eau Claire was 18, their record was 20. We missed it in La Crosse too, although a few areas were in the 30s, a little bit colder as you go further northeast and northeast Wisconsin. Now, the overnight lows are not going to be as cold, a few degrees warmer for most locations. We'll still be in the teens below zero, so it's still going to be cold out there, even single digits, but we will have dealing with more cloud cover, and that'll be the story for Wednesday, and then it's a slow uptick in temperatures. It will take a little time, but there is promise on the horizon for this weekend that we will see the +40, not the -40 anymore.
Excellent.
That's good.
Thank you, Greg. And a reminder, you can track weather 24/7 by downloading our First Warn weather app. You can find it at the App Store or on Google Play. Governor Evers' next two-year budget calls for a $2 billion tax cut. Evers has released pieces of his plan ahead of tonight's 7 o'clock budget address. He says it will cut income taxes for the middle class and eliminate sales tax on several everyday expenses. Evers would cover those tax cuts using the state's roughly $4 billion surplus. The Republican-controlled legislature will also be writing their own budget. Evers will then have partial veto power before signing it into law. We'll stream Evers' address on news8000.com. A fire breaks out at a local tire shop. What we know about it tonight.
Plus, new surveillance video in the search for a missing pregnant teen.
Chart your career with a fabricator position at Chart Industries. Starting wage up to $30 per hour with no experience necessary. Excellent pay and awesome benefits. Apply now at jobs.chartindustries.com.
Your mom got a new tractor? Yep. Can't she see in the dark? Can do. Hook up all the implements? Can do. Steer with ease? Can do. Bale hay all day? Can do. Shift like a race car? Can do. I'm out of here.
Visit any of your local Johnson Tractor dealerships, now including La Crosse and Richland Center.
In 2001, my father established La Crosse Fireplace Company. Since then, our family has had the privilege of helping families create a warm gathering place in their home. Today, my brother Jeremy and I are the second generation to carry on the values and traditions that was started 23 years ago. Whether it's a remodel or a new installation, La Crosse Fireplace Company looks forward to serving you for many years to come. La Crosse Fireplace Company, because your place is by the fire.
Around here, neighbors come together to make each other better. We're taking the same approach with healthcare. Gunderson Health System and Bellin Health have come together to form Amplify Health, giving you more of what's important in healthcare. More caring, more listening, more to feel good about on your way to feeling better. Overall, just a little more heart. Amplify Health by Gunderson. A little empathy changes everything.
Chart your career with a fabricator position at Chart Industries. Starting wage up to $30 per hour with no experience necessary. Excellent pay and awesome benefits. Apply now at jobs.chartindustries.com.
Still no word on what caused a fire at a Lafarge tire shop. The shop is on Highway 82, and flames broke out late last night. Several vehicles were inside, including construction equipment, though no one was inside the building when the fire started.
Fire was quite difficult because the temperature was minus 27 throughout the course of the evening. At about 3 a.m., we asked Westby Fire to send us about 10 more people to try to relieve our crews. And we were on scene till about 5 a.m.
And Highway 82 was closed for hours during that firefight.
Fire crews also responded to a house fire in Dakota. This one was on Runway and Dakota Valley Drive this morning. The fire chief says everyone made it out safely and the cause of the fire is still under investigation.
New details in the search for a missing pregnant Beaver Dam teen. Police there releasing new surveillance from the day Sophia Franklin went missing. The video reportedly showing her alleged abductor, 40-year-old Gary Day, picking up the 16-year-old. Day is believed to be the baby's father. An Amber Alert for Franklin has been extended to Missouri.
La Crosse Regional Airport could soon be welcoming more airlines. Airport Director Jeff Tripp says Delta, Sun Country, and Allegiant have expressed interest in adding flights at LSE. Delta left the airport in 2023 due to staffing issues. They may return next year. Talks are still in early stages, but LSE is working hard to meet the growing demand.
We're working very hard to offer more travel possibilities for our passengers. We want them to know that, and things like our incumbent American Airlines and with Sun Country landline service coming in, the real key is to just use the airport.
The airport has started developing a $1 million revenue guarantee fund. It helps attract airlines by covering costs of unfilled flights.
Homebuilder confidence taking a hit as new tariffs spark concerns over rising costs and a worsening housing shortage.
What does this mean for the market? Coming up.
Bitter conditions continue for at least one more day, and then we're going to slowly start improving those temperatures. In fact, probably by Sunday, we might be in the 40s. That may extend all the way into next week, too. We'll break down when to expect it, how cold will be, and if we got any precipitation in the forecast. That all coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
T-Mobile is very reliable.
It's always nice to know that T-Mobile has us covered.
I love the fact that my family and I, we can stay connected just about anywhere we want to go.
My network is my lifeline.
T-Mobile keeps you connected on America's largest and fastest 5G network. And right now, get 4 free smartphones and 4 lines for $25 per line when you switch.
It's better over here.
The Silverado Trail Boss. And a little work. And a little play. And a truck that says no to nothing. And Chevrolet.
Get $3,000 total cash allowance on this 2025 Silverado. Plus, current Chevy owners can get $5,000 total value when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Visit HometownChevy.com.
Attention business owners, start 2025 confidently with Your Choice Roofing, your trusted partner for commercial roofing solutions. Our expert craftsmanship and premium materials ensure a roof that stands the test of time. Don't wait, our schedule is filling up fast. Get ahead of the rush and secure your spot now to protect your building and your bottom line. Visit yourchoiceroofing.com today to get started.
This street's like any other in Wisconsin, but the new neighbor is a pedophile who repeatedly raped a little girl, released after just 2 years in prison. Thanks to Judge Susan Crawford's sweetheart sentence, a fraction of the 60 years he faced. Now, the pedophile lives blocks from a school. And with Susan Crawford on the bench, your street could be next.
The news continues on News 8 Now. Expect more.
Homebuilder confidence fell to a 5-month low this month following President Trump's 25% tariffs on steel and aluminum imports. The National Association of Home Builders index dropped as the move could worsen the housing shortage. Builders face higher costs with more tariff increases possible in March. High mortgage rates are also affecting sales.
Elon Musk says he's created an AI model that outperforms ChatGPT and DeepSeek. The Musk-led startup xAI unveiled its its updated Grok 3 artificial intelligence model. Leaders at the startup claim Grok 3 performs better across math, science, and coding benchmarks than several other leading AI models. Grok 3 is already available to members of X's $40 per month Premium Plus subscription plans or users who subscribe directly on Grok's standalone app or website.
Coca-Cola jumping into the prebiotic soda category with a new beverage that's being touted as good for your health. Simply Pop is expected to roll out later this month. The drink will come in 5 flavors and contain vitamins to support gut health. Amazon will sell by the case, and 12-ounce cans will be available at grocery stores.
Well, I was telling Greg earlier, I understand the expression biting cold now because I didn't have gloves on walking to the YMCA, and they hurt. My hands literally hurt. I get it now.
Yeah.
I get the biting cold. It was that cold.
It's a classic Wisconsin February kind of cold, but we're almost out of this cold spell, Greg.
Yeah, the good news, like we're about the middle of February now, so the sun definitely is coming up a lot sooner, setting later, so that does help to keep the temperatures up and not get as cold. It'd be a different story if we were back in the middle of January with the temperatures during the day, so that does help a little bit. So going forward, we do, but overnight low temperatures, you look at last night, there was some 30 belows out there. Sparta, Black River Falls had 30s. The rest, upper 20s, Richland Center 28 below, so definitely cold, not quite record level for some areas. Wind kept the temperatures a little bit higher up to the north. Ladysmith and those areas 22 below, and really 18 below. Record for Eau Claire was 20, so we missed that by a couple degrees. Most of the records this time of year are in the 20s, but they're coming up just because our average temperature is starting to come up. So we still got the dangerous cold going on throughout Wednesday night. Wind chills won't be probably as low as we saw this morning, but still we're going to see 35 below. So frostbite definitely going to be a problem within 30 minutes exposed skin. You're going to see that overall. Now we still got just cold weather advisories. The extreme has pretty much, we aren't reaching that level. You have to go further west and north. This is out to about 9 or 10 a.m. Once you get past that, the wind chills do come up above that threshold. They're more in the single digits or teens or even warmer too. So we might see another round of these going through Wednesday night into Thursday morning, but that would be probably it. So bitterly cold through Wednesday night. Not as cold Thursday and Friday. Will probably be more in the teens or even 20, still below average, but getting better. And then the 30s and 40s the weekend and next week. We got cloud cover to kind of deal with too. That may keep the temperatures down. And we got quite an extensive snowpack that goes all the way down the southern plains too. So even though our winds are coming out of the south or southwest, they are going to come through a snowpack. So we'll see how that kind of maybe prevents our temperatures getting too warm as they would be if we didn't have any snow cover to the ground to our southwest. This evening, we're really looking at 15 to 20 probably for most areas until we get to midnight. After midnight to tomorrow morning, we're looking at probably wind chills 25, maybe 30 below for a few hours in the morning, probably till about 10 a.m. And then I think temperatures will come up at least enough that we're looking at noon wind chills in the teens to maybe even single digits with plenty of cloud cover overhead. Through tomorrow evening, we're still looking at single digit wind chills, and then going into Thursday morning, still a cold night, barely cold, but we see wind chills probably in the 15 to 25 as you wake up Thursday. And by the time you get to Thursday afternoon, we don't have to really worry about wind chills anymore. We're above zero, well above zero in fact too, and that's probably it for you'll see for below zero for quite a while, it looks like. These are high temperatures, single digits tomorrow. We'll have a lot more cloud cover. There's a system heading to our south and one to our north. They'll keep the cloud cover overhead. As we go into Thursday, the lows still below zero. We'll clear out once again for Thursday, so still cold. Then going into Thursday, we're looking at temperatures, more sun, upper teens to around 20. So still below average, but not bad. We're getting there. And then Friday, we're looking at basically lows, single digits once again because of the snow on the ground allow the temperatures to get below zero. And then Friday, we're looking at temperatures pretty much around the 20-degree mark for most areas. And that's really it. After that, we're going to have a warm front come through, and all this cold air that's been sitting is really going to get pushed to the north. The jet stream kind of goes further north, and we're going to get all this mild, really Pacific air out to the west that's going to come overhead. The only issue that we're going to have to deal with is we have a jet stream that's just to our northeast. That's kind of where the storm track, at least one track, will be. So we'll have to keep an eye to see if we get cloud cover. But it's not until probably next Wednesday that we have a chance maybe to see a little bit cooler air coming down and a precipitation. But even then, that's not a lot. So definitely enjoy once we get past Friday. We'll be back to mild conditions. Average temperature going into next week is around the low to mid 30s, so we'll be about 10 degrees above average, give or take. and maybe some precipitation by Wednesday. So just bear it out for maybe about another day, and I think things will slowly improve.
It'll be a nice reward after what we've been through the last few days.
What we've been through.
Thank you, Greg. Coming up next in sports, snapping the skid. Wisconsin looking to break a string of 9 straight losses to a conference foe. Plus some area wrestling teams hoping to secure a spot in Madison at Team State. We got a preview of what's to come on the mat. Jacob is next.
Proper installation of your new windows make a difference. The team at Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions are factory trained to make sure your windows are installed to last. Call or stop into the showroom for your free estimate.
We've done many renovations. We bought an old house and have made it into an up-to-date house. Whenever anything involves plumbing, the first call I make is to Maxwell White. Their technicians put together a great final product.
Dreaming of a career but worried about time and cost? At CVTC, we make it easy. With low tuition costs and a wide variety of programs to choose from, we'll get you job ready in just 1 to 2 years. You'll graduate with minimal debt and find a career you love with competitive starting salaries. Dive into your future today with affordable, fast, and rewarding programs at CVTC. Visit cvtc.edu to learn more.
The fact that Brad Schimmel supports the 1849 law terrifies me. When I was pregnant, I had complications, but because of the ban, doctors couldn't help me. Brad Schimmel has no idea what it's like to lay in a hospital bed, pregnant and dying. The 1849 law that Brad Schimmel supports almost killed me. Brad Schimmel is too extreme for the Supreme Court.
With a tankless system, you can have unlimited hot water whenever and for however long you need it. Upgrade to a tankless today and never be left without hot water again. Rely on Maxwell White, plumbing done right.
Covering all the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports with Jacob Lenzendorf.
2 wins away. That's how close area wrestling teams are from securing a spot at Team State at the Fieldhouse in Madison on March 7th and 8th. In Division 1, Holmen and West Salem Bangor Co-op are at the Hudson Sectional tonight. The Vikings were at Team State last in 2022. Meanwhile, West Salem Bangor has never made it to Team State in the history of their team. They would meet in the sectional final if both win their first matchup. In D3, Aquinas is looking for their first trip as a team as they're in Mineral Point tonight. And a little closer to home, GET Melman is competing in Prairie du Chien, with 2020 being the last time the Titans made the state tournament. Here are the semifinal matchups. In Hudson, number 3 Holmen up against unranked New Richmond to start, and the number 12 Catbirds taking on number 10 Menominee. In D2, the 12th ranked Titans facing number 9 Belmont Platteville, and in Division 3, it's number 3 Aquinas doing battle with number 4 Iowa Grant Highland. No shortage of important hoops action tonight either. First on the girls' side, the number 1 team in Division 5, Assumption, will tip off momentarily against the number 4 team in Division 4, Aquinas. The Blue Golds have won 18 straight games. And in boys action, another top 5 matchup as North Crawford traveling to Royal tonight. Those squads with a combined 38-1 record this year, and they're both in the same subsectional, so important for seeding purposes tonight. And in just over an hour, the newly ranked number 11 Badgers will look to defend their home court against Illinois, who defeated Wisconsin back on December 10th. Since that stretch, the Badgers have gone 12-2, with the Illini posting a record of 10-7. There's a lot that's been cleaned up for Greg Gard's team since that game, but one area of emphasis tonight will be the battle of the boards, as the last meeting, Wisconsin was out-rebounded 40-29.
It's somebody that got us the first round, and what can we do better to take away the things that they did really well the first time. And offensive rebounding for them was something they emphasized, and they were really good at it that night.
UW is a 3.5-point favorite entering this one. Tip-off set for 7:30 on FS1. 9 straight losses for the Badgers against the Illini. Last win, Brad Davison and Khalil Iverson, top scorers from that one. So it's been a while.
Been a while for sure, and this is a big one for my family because I got an uncle who's a super fan of the Illini down in Naperville, so he'll let me have it if the streak continues.
They got us the first time. We'll see what happens, and if we can keep stringing some wins along as well, it could help the outlook for a Big Ten tournament #1 seed. We'll see.
Absolutely. I thought saw bracketology earlier today. Badgers could be a 3 seed playing the first couple of games in Milwaukee.
How about that? That would
awesome.
be fun. I would be a big proponent of that.
For sure.
Should be fun.
Thanks, Jacob.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, Greg has a final look at your forecast right after this.
Meeting you locally where you are online. Miss a story? See it again or watch us live on YouTube at WKBT News 8 Now.
At Overhead Door Company, we repair any garage door and only install the best. Serving up to 100 miles outside of the Onalaska, Wisconsin area. When you need a door company you can trust with your life, call Overhead Door Company of the Seven Rivers region.
All right, everybody. I know it's easy to forget things, but we don't want you to miss this new deal from US Cellular. Get the new Samsung Galaxy S25 Plus on us and stay a step ahead with Galaxy AI.
Ooh, I can save enough to buy a gift for my understanding wife.
Sorry, I'm late. Ooh, that's a great deal. I have a facial. This was fun.
Oh, come on. You have flowers?
Get the new Samsung Galaxy S25 Plus with Galaxy AI on us. US Cellular, built for us.
Where there's a flooded basement, musty crawl space, or wood rot, there's an answer. American Waterworks. For more than 30 years, American Waterworks has been solving homeowners' toughest waterproofing problems. Schedule your free inspection and estimate today.
At Spectrum, we believe every day unlocks unlimited possibilities to bring you closer to the people and places you love. Spectrum transforms your gaming experience into a galaxy of adventures. And with the fastest, most reliable internet, you're always front row to the entertainment you love, no matter where you are. Get Spectrum Internet Premier for $30 per month when bundled plus a 3-year price guarantee. Call 1-833-440-0029. Spectrum Internet puts streaming live TV, sports, and popular apps all at your fingertips.
All right, tonight, still for the evening out, we're looking at 15 to 20 below wind chills, and then as you wake up, probably 25 to 30, so not quite as cold, but still bitterly cold out there with overnight lows a little bit not as low. Otherwise, we're going to increase that just a little bit on Thursday and Friday, and then we should see more improvement through this weekend. And then next, we're looking at mid-40s. The only thing that pauses me a little bit, we do have a lot of snowpack to the southwest of us. We'll see how that impacts the temperature a little bit. Sometimes it can keep it down from reaching the 40s, but we'll see. But it definitely will be warmer than we've had this period. That can guarantee.
Something to look forward to. In the meantime, one more day of running from the building to the car.
Right.
For sure.
Turning the car
exactly.
up early.
Well, thank you for joining us tonight at 6.
We'll see you at 10 for some election results.